Alright, today I want to talk about the act of becoming whilst knowing. Right? This is something I wrote a long time ago, and I feel like as we are in humanity, completely sets us back without realizing. Right? So, I wrote, the act of becoming whilst knowing is a duality that all humankind suffers from. It is so far out of your reach while you know exactly what you must do. You have desires beyond your being, and it makes you want to humble yourself and settle for less. The suffering of falling short continuously which withdraws you from your potential. It's so simple, yet so grandeur. You know what you must do, and you know exactly what you want in life and how to get there. So what's stopping you? What is preventing you from living the life you've always wanted? The constant adversities you face leaves you with this sudden self-doubt. The thoughts start to crawl from the back of your mind and make themselves apparent. This, this dream of yours is shattered and you face with reality. This is where so many fall short and leave with never looking back. Don't humble yourself, but be grateful for what you have and what it took for you to get here. Counting your blessings at a time and having faith in yourself and your identity. Just even the smallest self-doubt is the root cause to your demise. It's only inevitable if you have patience. Think about how much you've done to get to this place and the state of your journey. We constantly find ourselves making plans and being in motion, right? We start new projects, whether it be business, studying, anything, right? Anything you desire. And we know we know what we must do. We have that initial thought. Then we do research. Then we start scheming and plotting and like, okay, we want to do this. And then some of us maybe get our feet wet. We actually take that first step and it has a domino effect where you continuously focus and it's a focal point of your life. And we take that action and we're so over eager to complete it. And then the shortcomings start to follow. And now it's all of a sudden, it's not sweet. It's really not. And we know what we must do, but we're not seeing the results we want. And it messes with our brain. And it starts to hurt. It starts to take effect. And our brains are wired to suffer from loss aversion, where we feel losses 100 times more than happiness. And that's just it's a general aspect of how the human works. We always tend to focus on the negative rather than the happiness. We tend to destroy then create. We tend to sulk then be joyous. It's a simple nature law. And because of that, we set ourselves back. We reach a plateau. It's utterly flat. And we're like, how do we take this to the next level? Right? The thing that we lack the most is experience and a system. Without action, without constantly putting yourself in that field, you lack the experience needed to look at yourself and think about, what am I doing wrong? You have to be aware, like the last thing I said in the video. You have to be aware. And having a system is something that is curated from experience, right? You get the experience and you formulate the system that removes your flaws and becomes strategic. And in everything in life, there's a system. And everything you do, right? Even from simply picking up your phone, your brain is sending all these chemicals, and you know the habits that you're about to conjure. And you see, the losses, the adversities that we face in this plateau are needed. You see, losses are never losses, but definite wins. Resonate with that heavy, as they always serve as an utmost lesson in your journey. You can always take away and learn something from it. Losses in every aspect of your life leads to enlightenment. Just like as I said before, suffering leads to salvation, leads to enlightenment. You find yourself rethinking about your steps and the actions you took and how they misled you. And it hurts you, yes, it does, but for you to conquer those feelings and then apply it into a more strategic system is the ticket to your success. And to break this plateau, losses teach you stuff. They mold you and they shape your identity. As long as you don't take it for granted. Once you take it with nuance and you're like, okay, this is needed, and this is teaching me something, rather than being stuck up and letting it hurt your feelings, then you're really unstoppable. And we suffer from this so much where we have so much knowledge, we have so much we think about, so much going on up here, but we just don't see the apparent results in front of our face. That's why we have to stick with it. We have to be patient. We have to get the experience. We have to take the losses. We have to learn our lesson, right? We have to get our feet wet. Then we have to curate a system and create it for our benefit. We remove our flaws and only focus on excellence. It's not always going to be 100% correct, but it's better than nothing. 70%, 65%, doesn't matter. And once we get that, we now are able to conjure what we want. Yeah, as I was saying, once we're able to conjure what we want, we have those apparent results. We know what we're looking for. And sooner or later we'll hit another plateau where we try something new for more results. But it's essential to achieve this breakthrough for our success and just to get closer to our goals. And us as humans, we suffer from this so much because we end up just banging our heads on the walls. And once you have that breakthrough where it clicks, it's like, okay, I'm going to make the change today. I'll start. And you start implementing it into your routine, everything else follows, right? You no longer see these losses, and your emotions start to become in check, and then your success only furthers, and it only ushers from there. So the act of becoming whilst knowing is really something beautiful, and it's such a duality because part of you is separated where you know, hey, this is what I need to do, but you just can't implement it. You just can't create the reality you want. But once you have that click, and it just breaks through with you ascend to the next level, and it's such a beautiful thing. It really is. But everybody suffers from it, one point or another. We all reach that plateau, and we constantly do. But you know you're doing something great if you are. But just a matter of how you take it and how you define your own reality. And that's all I have for you today. I'm sorry for the quality. If you even make it this far, it's pretty late. I'm tired. I'm trying to be quiet and not get beat. But yeah, that's my message. Stay blessed.